What are your main tips for bodybuilding and gaining size and shaping the butt?
Well,
Peaches.
I guess my main tips would be, one, like you said, you're training 3 times a week, which is really good. Frequency training really helps, especially if you're a hard gainer. But if you're training that much, you want to make sure you're eating enough. And that's usually the problem that I find with my girls, is that they tell me they're not making gains, and then I see how many calories they're eating and how hard they're training, and they're training really hard, and then they're not eating. So you're kind of like breaking even with your calories, so your body's not really making any gains. So you want to make sure you're eating enough. And if you find that it's hard to get in enough calories, I recommend making like really dense smoothies, but putting like peanut butter.
Sure.
Like my any clients I have that are hard gainers, I'll have them put peanut butter like on everything.
Okay.
It's like a really easy way to up your calories.
Which is great because I love peanut butter.
Yeah, and oatmeal. I always tell everyone the secret to my butt is oatmeal. A regular serving would be like 1/4 of a cup, which is like not very much. But when you're trying to gain, you know, you want to increase your calories over time. So, you know, you gotta do what it takes and keep on basically eating until you start to see, you know, you start to see the changes in your body. So those would be my main two tips, and also rest. People really underestimate rest. Yeah, you don't grow when you're awake. Yeah, you need more than that. When your body is sleeping, that's when your hormones are regulating. That's when your muscles are recovering from all of the work that you put in the gym. And if it doesn't get that sleep, it's gonna take a long time to get where you want. So if you can take naps, you can sleep 8-9 hours a night, I highly recommend it. Sleep is super important. And if you find that you're struggling to fall asleep, like you have insomnia, you can try taking magnesium. Sometimes if you're low in magnesium, you can't sleep, and I find that helps me taking magnesium.
Glutamine helps a lot as well.
Yeah, glutamine as well. The main thing when it comes to like losing weight or putting on muscle is your hormones. If your hormones are off balance, your body's not gonna really respond. So you have to sleep so that you can get your hormones like, you know, at a good level. And that's like kind of the main thing there with holding water and all of those things.
How many hours do you sleep a night?
If I can, I like to sleep 8 hours a night. Sometimes I can't get as much, and if I can't, then I try to like compensate the next day, and I'll take a nap if I have to and sleep a little bit more. But I go to bed, sometimes I go to bed as early as 8 o'clock at night because I wake up early.
That's my dream. That's my lifelong dream.
I know. Yeah. We're like old people, and we'll go to bed at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock sometimes, and then we're up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. So
that's a secret to resetting your body, resetting hormones.
Yeah, totally.
Bodybuilding life. 3 main exercises that you love?
I would say squats, definitely. And doing the squat properly is so important because I see a lot of girls either going too fast or just not having proper form, and then you're not really getting, you know, everything out of it. So doing a squat is a compound exercise. So you activate your core, you're gonna use your glutes and, you know, your hamstrings and your quads as well, but you have to be doing it properly. And then as far as like glutes go, I love like glute kickbacks, like donkey kicks or glute kickbacks with the cable. You can really isolate, you know, your glute muscle. And
hip thrusts.
And hip thrusts, yeah. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do them. You can do them with the bar. You can actually do them with like a cable too. Yeah. Like do it kind of standing. Yeah. So hip thrusts.
Pull through the legs, or
you can actually hold it and do it like reverse.
Okay.
Like that, pull the weight that way. Those are really great. And then actually doing sprints is really great for glutes too.
Hill sprints?
I mean up the hill or just on the treadmill. But yeah, doing hill sprints or regular sprints for like, you could just do like bursts of like 20-30 seconds at a time. I read a study that they found like your glute muscles are activated more when you propel yourself forward and when you propel yourself up. So that's why like you see lots of girls doing like jump squats and stuff.
Pilos.
Right, and if you think about it, the runners that do like the sprints in like the Olympics, they have like the biggest butts around.
Their glutes are amazing.
Exactly, so we just want to do what they're doing, basically sprints. So that's a great way to like do that form of cardio, if you like doing cardio. Or
my first coach, not mentioning names, I'll edit this out. You know, Chrissy Cravalho.
Yes.
She was my first coach. She was doing 45 minutes of slow cardio, morning and night. And that was a lot. I had no idea, but I just wasted away my glutes. I had nothing. But now I'm doing more pilos, less cardio, and I've noticed such a big difference. Yeah, and you just have to it takes a little bit more time, but it's worth it, and you'll hold on to more muscle that way as well. Like when I did my very first prep,
I was training legs a lot, but I was also doing 45 minutes of steady state cardio twice a day.
Because of your coach?
Yeah, because my coach had me on that, and I got really, really skinny.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like happy with it, but when I look at the pictures now, I'm like, I don't want to be skinny. I want to be strong.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't have to do that, especially like who has time for that? It takes up so much of your life.
Yeah.
To do that, you can just do like some HIIT cardio, do some sprints, and do some jump squats, and do things that are going to activate your glutes. Incorporate it with like heavy lifting.
And so, how much time would you really need in the gym for a typical leg day? Would you go in and out straight away within 45 minutes? Or?
For leg day in particular, I take a little bit more time in the gym just because I find that my workouts take a little bit longer on leg day than like a upper body day. But normally I'll do my cardio first if I can. So if I'm just doing like, if I'm trying to grow, I won't do cardio as much. And I'll only do like 15-20 minutes of HIIT, and then I'll do my weight training, and I can usually get it all done in an hour.
Okay, so you do the HIIT before?
Yeah.
Okay, as a warm up.
Yeah, I do, exactly. I do it to warm my muscles up, but you don't have to do it that way if you prefer to do it after, or you prefer to like do it in the morning and come back and lift later. You know, I always tell people to make fitness fit for their schedule, or else they're not going to be happy.
You do a lot of stretching for your glutes.
Yeah, that's really important. That's another thing when it comes to glutes that a lot of girls underestimate is stretching and your hip mobility. So if you have really tight hips, you're gonna find it harder to really connect with that glute activation. So doing things like doing fire hydrants helps a lot, and doing other types of like hip opening stretches and things like that will help. If your hips are open, you can squat deeper, and you squat deeper, you use more glutes to propel yourself out of the squat, like out of the hole is what they call it. So that's another thing that's really important.
Out of the hole? I've never heard that.
Yeah, so when you squat, if you squat really low and you use more glute muscle to come up out of the hole.
Okay.
Like if you squat really, really low, and you can't squat low. Like you'll see some people, they can't squat like past their knees just because of their hip mobility. Yeah, so hip mobility really helps as well.
Okay. Because some trainers say you shouldn't squat past your knees just to get the activation, and then other people say you should go do full range. Like ass to grass.
Each person's body responds differently. So some people, if they try to squat really low, it hurts their knees and like their tendons. And if that's the case, then definitely don't squat that low. Just squat until where your body allows you to, like at your lowest. But if you can squat low, do like a powerlifting type of squat, and it doesn't hurt you at all, and you have the mobility to do it, then it's really helpful for your glutes. I found that that's helped me a lot just with my leg growth, is improving my mobility and improving my depth.
Yeah. And what else would give the illusion of like a bigger butt? Smaller waist.
Right, smaller waist, and then actually having like strong shoulders. So I love shoulders. I love training shoulders, and I get a lot of girls actually messaging me, and they're saying, I don't want to get bulky shoulders. I don't want to have like a super wide back. So they don't want to like train back or shoulders. But training your upper body and it creates that illusion of like an hourglass figure. Yeah. Because if you look at pictures of me when I was like younger, before I got into lifting and stuff, like I was kind of curvy because of my structure, but I was nowhere near like, because I didn't have like strong like muscles up here, and I didn't have the legs and glutes I do now. So definitely like putting on muscle up top, and then keeping your diet right is going to keep your waist small. Yeah, because the stomach is diet.
So never overeating, eat frequently, smaller meals but enough calories to fuel your workout.
Yeah, if that works for you. For some people, they like having less meals that are bigger, and like that's okay too. So at that point, it really just comes down to if your body's getting everything it needs for that day. Because within, if you're eating within 12 hours, if you eat 3,000 calories in 6 meals or 3,000 calories in 3 meals, either way, it's 3,000 calories at the end of the day.
Doing a lot of upper body lifting just makes me personally feel stronger, like functionally stronger, I think better. There's also studies that have shown that when you activate the glutes, because I'm a chiropractor I do a lot of functional rehab, there's a lot of studies coming out that the glute muscles actually, it's like juice for your brain. It actually like feeds the brain and stimulates the brain compared to all the other muscles.
Yeah, it's like one of the strongest. It can be like one of the strongest muscles in your body. That's why like it propels your body to move. Like that's why, like I said, the sprinters have like really big glutes and stuff. And I think that's why like genetically, like humans are like kind of, we like want like the big butt or whatever, we're like attracted to it because it shows strength and everything, but definitely, you know, doing upper body training is just as important. You can't train only glutes every day. You gotta train your whole body. No, I know, like I feel like every day I'm doing legs and then I'm like, oh, I gotta do upper body today.
It's like leg day again?
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, and a lot of people don't have glutes, or they don't activate their glutes properly because we're all sitting all the time.
Right.
And that's really bad genetically for our makeup.
And then sitting all day like at a desk creates the tight hips, tight lower back, and opening that up is like really key to training, you know, your lower body properly.
So glutes isn't just for aesthetics, it's for function, and it's for the brain, it's for your nervous system, keeps you healthy and keeps you strong in every way. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.